I want to bring in now Jennifer Kearns. She's a contributor for the Daily Caller and The Hill. Also Richard Roth. He's a Democratic strategist and founder of the partner of the Roth law firm. Guys, continuing what we saw there, and we saw the president defend himself in his remarks about the word hoax. Ladies first, Jennifer, your response: did the president do enough to address that situation?
I think so. And look, that's reflected in the polling numbers. We see about 78% of Americans feeling positive about the president and the administration's response to this. That's 20 points higher than President Obama's response to the Ebola outbreak was. So that's a good day at the office if you're the president of the United States. Look, we know that probably the most dangerous place this week, according to the CDC, is to be between coronavirus passengers on a plane, but the second most dangerous place is always to be standing somewhere between Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and a TV camera. That's what we're seeing here. And the politicization of the coronavirus is exactly what the president's talking about here. It's not helpful for the American healthcare system, and it's not helpful for the political discourse in this country.
Richard.
You know, his name is Donald. The D stands for dodge, divert, and deflect. The bottom line is that he said that the immigration problem is the coronavirus is as a result of the immigration problem. The Democrats. That's what he said. He was talking about immigration. He was on the stand, and he just what he does is when he goes off script, he says things, then he tries to come back and circle around and say that's not what I meant. But it was very clear what he said. He said that the Democrats, their immigration policy is what's leading to the coronavirus. That's what he said, and that's a hoax. I understand now he's trying to circle back. It's no different than every other time. He just dodges, diverts, and deflects. And people like Jen say, I guess that's what he meant. I will say this, though. It looks like finally, notwithstanding the fact that he reduced the amount of money going to the CDC, and notwithstanding the fact that he had Mike Pence in charge of it, he should be the one in charge of it. It's a very serious virus. And notwithstanding the fact this is far worse than the Ebola virus, it looks like they are making inroads. It looks like, from what was discussed yesterday on the news, that there are major strides being made, that they are now finally taking it seriously. So I think we're finally at the same page. But Donald Trump, instead of grabbing it when he should have gotten it, has sort of been fumbling and mumbling and stumbling.
It is actually more contagious than the Ebola virus, but it's not as virulent, so it's not as deadly as that virus was. But here's the problem: the current Democratic Party is rooting against America. You saw on Twitter over the weekend. No, you saw it on Twitter over the weekend. People rooting for the coronavirus to take over America so that Donald J. Trump wouldn't get reelected. No. That is rooting against not just the Republican Party, but that is rooting against America. How sad is it that the Democratic Party today has to actually root against Americans in order to get their own guy in office?
What they said was, how strong is the economy? Donald Trump has been saying this is the strongest economy ever. And when we have, as you said, not as deadly as the Ebola virus, a virus comes out and the economy just tanks. What the Democrats have said is, how strong is Donald Trump's economy with the market just crashing? They didn't. No one, including people in this room, want people to die from the coronavirus. Nor do we want people there to be sick.
Let me just jump in really
the market is starting to tank.
I want to ask you this: how do we stop the politicalization of the coronavirus? Because it is out there from both sides. You have seen it. Do we think we need to stop it? And then how do you do it?
I think we do. I think we do. And I think that it's now reached the point where it's across the country. I think 13 states have it. Somebody died in Seattle. Now it's in New York City. It's literally blocks from where we are. So I think that it's reached the point where it's not in China. It's not in Japan. It's not in Italy. It's in our own backyard. Delta and American Airlines have canceled all flights to Italy. It's serious. So I think that the politicians on both sides have to put that aside and say, we have a very serious issue, not as deadly, but spreading much quicker than any virus of my life.
What would be a great first step in that is for Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer to stop politicizing it, stop attacking President Trump for cutting funding at the CDC, which they know very well did not have any impact on the response to this virus, and to form some sort of bipartisan task force in D.C. that attacks this once and for all, so that the Democratic Party is not rooting against Americans.
I don't think you need a task force. Task force to me
can you imagine, by the way, a Joe Biden being in charge of the coronavirus? Joe Biden doesn't even know what state he's in this morning. He doesn't even know what news anchor he was talking to yesterday on the Sunday shows. If you think
Donald Trump
if you don't like Mike Pence,
I got to stop you there.
But
listen, if you guys want to stick around a little bit, we'll have you in the next hour to chat a little bit more about that. All right. That is Jennifer Kearns. She's a contributor for the Daily Caller and The Hill. Richard Roth, Democratic strategist and founder and partner of the Roth law firm. Guys, thank you very much.